Welcome to my video of how a bicycle works. The bicycle is the most commonly used means of transport around us. Right from little kids to rickshawalas to people using it as everyday means of transportation. It is a simple and efficient mode of transport. Today we will explain how it works. In the following video I am showing you the simple parts of a cycle just so that you can relate to its anatomy. You can see I have drawn the basic tires. I've stopped the video to show you the most important part of the cycle, the rear derailleur, the chain and the chainstay connected to the front pedal gear. There's a seat stay which connects the back wheel to the seat. Very important, a freewheel cassette in the rear connected to a rear derailleur. A handlebar which is used in general just to give direction to your cycle. And a front brake. In some cases, a back brake is also present. The hub or the fulcrum which connects the handlebar to the front wheel. So the handlebar movement changes the front wheel direction so that your cycle can move in whatever particular direction you have chosen. This video will show us that the athlete moves his foot clockwise direction and the chain along the small rear derailing gear. This cassette moves round and round. So because it's connected directly to the back wheel fulcrum, the back wheel spins with the athlete's foot. Now as you can see, the gear connected to the athlete is larger and the back gear is smaller. Hence, the larger number of rotations in the front gear will provide a smaller number of rotations in the front gear will provide a large rotation in the back gear. Here I am showing you if the pedal in this simple diagram, if the pedal moves in the direction of the red arrow, the chain moves along the defined path that is being shown here over the small derailing gear, over this back cassette and through the center gear. Now I hope you understand that the small derailing gear is very important for safety so that while changing the gears, the chain moves from top to a larger gear to a smaller gear. The derailleur gives it stability so that it does not fall off. This video I have taken from a howcast on YouTube on how to change your bicycle freewheel. Here we will observe a simple motion of the changing of gears. There is a small thing called a derailing chain. It's a black color pipe. You will see its contractions clearly in this video. Once you change the gear using your handlebars, there's a contraction, as you will observe, a contraction here in this black derailleur, which causes your chain to fall from a higher gear to a lower gear, or from a lower gear to a higher gear. In this diagram, for example, we have 1, 2, and a 3-gear cycle system. A chain is connected onto this. This is the cassette, and the chain is connected onto it. Here's a small diagram of a derailleur and a small derailing gear, as I have mentioned earlier, for safety purposes, so that your chain remains on the gear system. Here's a small larger gear which is connected to a pedal so that there is an efficiency in the cycle, so that a small number of turns here will create a large number of turns in the smaller gear. A chain, a freewheel and a derailleur to create an efficient machine. Here's a vertical cross section of the derailleur. Please notice the right of your screen as the chain moves downwards towards the last and final gear. This is a brake system which is very important. Usually this is a V brake system. Notice that it's a horseshoe-like structure with 2 separate metal strips connected to a cable bolt anchor using this wire. It's a thick cord usually. When you pull or press the brakes, the cable cord contracts and these brake shoe bolts contract towards the tire, stopping its motion. Here, contract and stop the brake's motion, hence stopping your front wheel and the back wheel. Thank you for listening.